If Bart vs. the Space Mutants was an example of everything that was wrong with video games in the 80s and 90s, then Shovel Knight is an example of everything that was right.
Shovel Knight is a 2D side-scrolling platformer that combines so many different classic games: Mario 3, Castlevania, Zelda 2, Mega Man, DuckTales, and probably even a bunch of other ones. And yet, even though it's so evident with its similarities to all these different games, it is still amazingly original, fun, addictive, creative. I can't think of any more positive adjectives to say. Enthusiastic? Decisive? Diligent? Well, I'm sure I'll think of more later. Anyway, this game looks fantastic. They even used a limited color palette to make it look more like an old school NES game. And it works. It looks friggin' awesome. And it's very reminiscent of several classic 8-bit games. And the music, I mean, oh my god, just listen to this music. I don't think I even need to say anything more about it, it's just great music. So as for the gameplay, you run around jumping over holes and you hit enemies with the mightiest weapon at your disposal, a shovel. But that's not all. What on the surface appears to be a pretty simple platformer, albeit already great, it gets even better when you realize that there's all this other stuff you can do. Not only can you hit things with your shovel, but you can also dig up dirt piles to find treasure, bounce on stuff like in DuckTales, dig out hidden passageways and walls, open chests to get even more treasure. And let me tell you, picking up treasure in this game is very satisfying. I mean, look at all this. I'm rich. I'm gonna buy a mansion, and then a horse, and then a mansion for the horse, and then... Oh no, I'm broke again. Sorry, Spotty. I guess it just wasn't meant to be. You can also get additional items that use magic, and although they aren't technically mandatory to get, you're gonna want them because they make the game a lot more fun and they allow you to play certain optional levels which are designed to require them. Plus, although the game can technically be beaten without them, not getting any of these items would probably make the game a hell of a lot harder. These items range from shooting fireballs at your enemies to punching through dirt blocks to get over pits. These additional items are really fun and they work great with the game's amazing level design. The game never feels stale, it's always fun and creative. Every level you go to is different from the last one. The game is constantly introducing new hazards and creative platforming elements. The levels themselves have no time limit like in Mario. In fact, there aren't even any lives. The game has infinite lives, but it still presents you with plenty of challenge. When you beat a level or get a music sheet, you still feel accomplished because the platforming can still be very challenging at times. Plus, you can make the game harder for yourself by breaking the checkpoints. The checkpoints that appear in the level can be broken to get more treasure, but when you do that, you lose the ability to use that checkpoint, so if you die, you'll have to go back to the start, or at least to the last checkpoint that you didn't break. And yes, I did have my fair share of moments where I had the stupid thought of, I don't need this checkpoint, I'm awesome! And then when I get to the end of the level and die, I have to play through it all over again. I'm not smart. And although you have infinite lives, when you die, you lose a bunch of the treasure that you're currently holding. And you have to go retrieve it without dying. And there's no bank. Either you spend the treasure or hold on to it and save it up. And the more treasure you currently have on you, the more you drop when you die. It's all about risk and reward. The game has towns to walk around in and people to talk to. This girl here said that if I killed Spectral Knight for her, she'd give me her greatest treasure. So I went and did that, killed a ghost, no big deal. Now where's my prize, lady? She gave me a dance. Well, I'm off to dig your grave, lady. See ya. In these towns, you can also upgrade your health and magic how you see fit. Buy items, buy upgrades for your shovel, and even get armor that has special abilities. There's armor that makes you more sturdy, armor that makes it so that you lose less treasure when you die, But my favorite is also the most expensive one, the Golden Armor, and its special ability is Sparkles. Sparkles! Really, that's actually it. It doesn't have any actual special ability. It's just pretty much just for show. But Sparkles! Sparkles!
The game has a great sense of humor. In fact, it's hilarious.
Okay, have you heard this one? This one will knock your socks off. Why don't the snow wolves make any sound? They don't know how. I applied for a job at the juice bar. I told them to put me to good juice. Look at him. He's loving this. He is loving this. Why would they leave the catapult unattended? The operator is out to launch. Oh, I got a million of them. I'm here all week, folks. Hey, are you okay, sir? You seem a little hoarse. Oh yeah, and then there's this guy.
Ah! He ain't so bad after all. And if you still don't think that this game is hilarious, then let me introduce you to the greatest feature in this game, nay, the greatest feature in any game, ever. The legendary butt mode.
Just type in this code and then the game becomes 10 times better. Nay, 46 times better, as a bunch of the words in the game are instantly replaced, geniusly, with the word butt. Of all heroes, none shone brighter than Butt and Shield Butt. Oh, ha, that's no weapon, just a butt. Fare thee well, butted butt. Wait a second, you're the butt with a butt. Steal thy butt. Double trouble, soil and butt. Pottage poultry, mutton and meat. Your maximum butt will increase if you eat. Prepare to taste justice. Butt justice. A cursed amulet wrought a terrible butt. Hey, you look like a butt. Think nothing of it, friend. Butts are strongest when they work together. Should we not lay down our butts and part as equals? My butt, it was not magnificent? Alright, that last one, I actually changed it. I'll admit, I did that. It was a missed opportunity, though, you gotta admit. The control in this game is perfect. And this isn't because I just finished playing The Simpsons. The controls in this game are perfect. If you ever mess up on a jump or die in any way, it's your fault. Look at this. When you hit down, it makes you duck. You know, like in any side-scroller, down makes you duck. And look, that's me ducking. I'm not kidding, that's actually all it does. He has a problem with his back. He doesn't like to talk about it. There's a total of 8 levels, with 8 bosses that make up the main quest. But on top of that, there's several optional levels, many of which take specific advantage of the power-ups you can get. There are these wandering knights and other characters to fight, and random extra mini-levels that show up on the map screen, very much like in Mario 3. There's this one optional boss fight which is very creative. I really like this whole level. Plus there are dozens of secrets to find, and you can try and unlock all the different feats that there are, which are basically in-game achievements. And after you beat the game, you unlock New Game Plus, which is much harder. Enemies are now twice as strong, food is replaced with bombs, and there's less checkpoints.
It's got amazing controls, great level design, wonderful graphics, music is really good, it's really funny, it's very creative, it's a lot of fun. Basically, everything I can think of to say about this game is good, so you know what? A+. This game quickly went from being a fun remedy for Bart vs. the Space Mutants to one of my favorite games so far in 2014. Hell, this might be one of my favorite games of ever. It's really that good. If you like retro side-scrollers, or hell, even if you just like side-scrollers in general, you're gonna like this game. You should get this game. It's for Wii U, you can get it on 3DS, it's on Steam too. I don't know what else there is to say. Play it on butt mode if you get the chance, because everything's way better on butt.